Chris, no one knows the loads and the injuries better than you. Are you concerned at this point, 0 and 2, or are you just sort of you've been in both games and you sort of see the positives at this stage of the season?
Yeah, we always knew that it was going to be a hard year. I think we'd be saying exactly the same thing if we had won 2 close games. So the fact that we haven't got over the line, there's a disappointment there that's obvious, but it's certainly not a situation where we're really panicking or, some of the disjointed manner in which we're playing was a bit foreseeable with the shifts we've had. And even saying that, some of the new players that have come in, sort of if you look at them in isolation, there's a lot to be positive about those guys. We thought we played poorly early in the game. Again, it didn't quite look like the way we wanted to play, but we were always conscious that we were going to be different. We've come into this year with a view that we are going to be different. There are going to be some teething problems with a few things. And we've lost a couple of close games, but there's still a lot to like. So there's a quiet confidence about us. I guess we do have extra confidence with our more experienced players that if we do get it right, that our top level, is going to be hard to beat. We're not quite there yet. We'll work on it, but as I said, I'm probably sort of erring a little bit more on the positive side, which is rare when you lose. That tends to take a couple of days to get to that point.
Do you have a sense how far off you are from your best, or even how you're tracking compared to last year?
Yeah, it's hard. I don't really think there's much merit in sort of going back 12 months ago because we were different then, and we knew we've been deliberately different. One in terms of personnel that we proactively brought in. Young guys that sort of look at it, and I think they were good decisions to get those guys in. They're going to be really important for us. I think even in the short term, but long term they're really promising. But in terms of our overall game, it's hard to tell early in the year. Like you could take the view that, depends how you rate Carlton and Collingwood, I guess. If you take the view that they're good teams, well, you could lose to them in round 17 or round 2, and it doesn't really matter. I get that negative momentum can kind of throw you off the rails a little bit, but we're miles away from that. So I thought we were a work in progress midway, 3/4 of the way through last year as well, and got our game going. So we're a fair bit off where we think we're going to get. I just know it's going to look different to last year. We can get to, I think, a similar level relative to others in the competition, but the way we do it is going to be different, and that's okay. That's actually exciting.
You said yesterday that you were looking forward to the response from your midfield. Did you get that response tonight, do you think?
We thought we were really average early and good late. Again, there's a bit. We try to make sure that we take a step back and look at it from a few different perspectives and sort of see the whole picture, as opposed to sort of getting caught in, we were really smacked in, possession early. And we thought a lot of that is an easy fix. We contributed to that a lot, sort of gave the ball back, sort of rushed the ball into positions where they were set. And it's kind of those, it looked a little bit like last week, to be honest, where it would have looked super if it came off, but it's a disaster when it goes the other way. A lot of those sort of 50-50 calls or sort of plays that hurt us. But yeah, we've got some players in there that we're certain will get better. We've got some new guys in there where the chemistry's kind of not quite at the point where we think it will be later in the season.
You mentioned the newer young guys who have shown some good signs, but late in the game, Jack Bowes misses that set shot, and Tanner Bruin he had the chance to spot up Stengel, goes out. You don't have Selwood and Duncan. Is that sort of kind of the difference at the moment right now? Yeah,
that amongst other things. Yeah. But the point that I was making earlier was that if you sort of look at, let's use those 2 examples that you brought up. I was wrapped with Jack Bowes' first game for the club. Like he missed the goal late, but he was outstanding for us early, sort of playing as a high back. Really liked his game. And I look at Tanner Bruin and I think he's going to be a good player. So we were never in the position where we were thinking, if these guys don't knock it out of the park in the first 2 rounds, that we're going to be shattered. if anything, we're looking at it and going, yeah, this is really positive for us. But yeah, so you make that observation. It's probably the thing that's made us disjointed as much as anyone. And I hope this doesn't sound like a complaint, because all clubs kind of go through this at different stages, but there is a weight of numbers for us at the moment, and this will get rectified relatively quickly, but it's sort of not just Duncan and Selwood. It's kind of Duncan was playing back for us. Stewart's, if he's not our best player, is pretty close, and then Kolajasny and Henry as well. That causes a real reshuffle that kind of came to us late in the pre-season. It's not as if we had 3 months to prepare for that. So yeah, we're a little bit off for quite a few reasons. Some guys that have been high-level players for us are a bit off, and it kind of resulted in a game where I thought we played poorly early, but we're still in the game. Game looked like it was getting away from us, and I look at the group of players we've got, and it gives me, it's a pleasure to coach a group of guys where you think a lot of teams were kind of, this game is, beyond doubt now, but they give us a chance to win. Like in the last quarter, I thought, some of the shifts we made and some of the guys that really got into the game gave us a chance to win. And you can kind of argue the toss a little bit there. Shouldn't you have? But yeah, 8 points, a couple of shots, a couple of inside 50s. Yeah, I'm as I said, I'm sort of sitting here a bit more positive, and that's the approach that we've taken for a long period of time. It's kind of like, just don't get confused and react in a poor way based on the scoreboard or the win-loss, and that's a really hard sell if the players are sitting there going, I'm not really sure that our best is going to be that good. Our guys do know it. So yeah, don't mistake what we're saying for saying, don't worry about it, we'll be fine. We're not that in love with ourselves, but we knew it was going to be a hard year, and we knew we were going to have periods where you're playing against good opposition and it doesn't quite go your way. But yeah, we'll bounce back in 48 hours and go again.